the last episode we left on the cliffhanger of the idea of like organic interactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your experience, whether it's Florida or Atlanta, and going back and forth, whatever, and just in the era we in, growing up, and we doing business interaction, creative ventures, whatever.
Mhm.
What is your experience or idea of organic interactions, organic bonds, organic people you come across? Is it hard? Is it rare? Speak on that.
I feel like the more successful you become, or the more status you gain, the harder it is to have organic people around you. Because especially like you be on platforms like this,
Yeah.
as your name grows, it's so many people that know you that you don't even know. And you start running into people that know you and they have intentions for you. They're meeting you, or you're meeting them for the first time, but they already studied you down to the T.
Yeah.
So it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
And then it's like you get more successful, you become more popular, become more known, and people would assume that your circle becomes bigger, but it actually becomes smaller. It's like the people you can trust become smaller. It's like it slowly closes in, and so it makes sense why a lot of celebrities go crazy, or they commit suicide, or they get heavy on drugs, because it's like the whole world can know you,
but you don't even know who you're around.
You don't know who you're
You
around.
don't know yourself anymore too.
Or it could be you possibly, but it can become so lonely because the bigger you get, people start to change in subtle ways.
Yeah, for sure, because they expect you to change. And to even add to it is like, see, when I interpret like organic interactions, I like it. I think about like the encounter of it, right? So it's like even like, all right, boom, like we made this happen. It was an intentional thing. I reached out, but organically it would have just been like I bumped into you, and it's like, yo, damn, I fuck with your shit. You should get with me. So for me, when I think about building organically, I more so think of it as like not forcing it, right? It's like, all right, like if I'm gonna connect with you, I don't want it to feel forced. Whether it's in the dating space and especially when we in the spaces of creativity and things like that, it's like two people get in the studio together. It's like you don't want to force a hit. The hit come organically when you vibing. Like when you got here, we chopped it for 10, 15 minutes to break the ice. So by the time we on camera, we already understand each other's level of humor and different things like that. So it's an organic feel versus it being like I'm at 10 and 2 and it's like I don't really know what to ask, not to ask, what to say. I'm just a guest on a platform. I don't really know how to go about it. So when I think about my experience in building organically with people, I don't want to do it if it's not organic. Like I'm huge on, we don't gotta, like, I'm cool with being cool. It's like, some people, you just cool. We don't gotta connect. We don't gotta link. We could just literally have an organic interaction where it's like, if it leads to us connecting and doing a collaboration, if it leads to us just playing ball together, either way is fine with me, because organically we end up where we're supposed to. But to Justin's point real quick about the whole industry aspect of it and how it could affect and interact people interactions, because you really do got to know you coming into it. Because one thing that the reason that this Atlanta situation or Houston or Dallas or LA, none of that stuff bothers me, because going into it, I'm not changing who I am. And I come from a background having real friends. So when I interact with people, I'm not looking to get more from them than whatever is organically presented. If it organically grows to become that, like I've got some good relationships that have formulated and built over time. But if, like you said, somebody like, even I've had somebody's like women, they'll study you. They already know. Like it was
the
so
hell out of you, man.
It was so funny, right? My brother pointed this shit out to me in the subtlest of ways. I'm like, yo, why every girl I meet be trying to like present themselves like a wife? He said, nigga, that's game too. Because they think that's what you want. And when he said it, in that simplicity, I'm like, he right. They look at me as someone that is intentional and that's looking for that. So they try to present themselves as that, even if that's not the case. Now, granted, I ain't going for it, but it made it make sense. I'm like, yo, that makes sense. Because I'm like, every chick you're trying to be serious. It's like, none of y'all just want to have fun. But the whole time they think that that's what I want from your whole point of studying.
And with that being said, real quick, so you have some?
Yeah, I was going to say you have some.
Well, I got 2 points on that. I want to on that point that you just made. But have you ever heard the concept of Wu Wei?
So you said what way?
Wu Wei.
Wu Wei. No, put me on.
So it's an Asian concept of action through non-action. And basically it's not that you're not doing anything. It's just you're not forcing stuff. You're not stressing over stuff.
Right.
You're allowing things to flow.
Yeah.
And so when it's like action through non-action, the right people coming to you. You in the right places. It's like the right opportunities are coming. It's you moving, you flowing.
Yeah.
But it's almost like the current of the universe.
It's
making it happen.
You're going with the current.
Versus trying to force everything.
Be like water.
Yeah, be like water. I was thinking that the whole
right,
time. Be like water. I'm literally like, be like water.
But it's like the current of the universe is making these things happen versus you trying to force everything. You trying to force relationships.
Trying to manufacture it.
Yeah.
And manipulate it. It's like, no, just letting it happen.
Right. Because I feel like where you're supposed to be people that's supposed to be in your life, situations you're supposed to be in, you can't run to it, you can't run from it.
Nigga.
It's gonna be there.
And that's why just learning how to be steadfast through those encounters, right? So it's like my whole thing just be being me and doing my best. The two concepts that I'm living by when I'm maneuvering. It's like not thinking beyond the moment, just being present in the moment and doing my best in the moment and allowing things to be what they are. And I always use the example. I like that wu-wei concept that you just presented, right? But the way I always break it down, like especially if I'm talking about like a woman and we dating or whatever, it's like I'm not going to speed up to catch up to where you think I should be, and I'm not going to slow down to stay where you at. If we not moving in accordance in the same direction, it's like if you going on a walk and you holding a girl hand, y'all should be able to walk stride for stride without somebody having to slow down in order to keep up or speed up in order to catch up. And I feel like a lot of people get with people and they trying to keep up. It's like this girl live a lifestyle that's here, so you trying to rush your progress and your process to get here because you want to sustain, or you dealing with somebody that you just trying to groom and grow and you trying to damn near play this. We think as men we got to be the builders, so it's like I'm gonna try to build you to be what I think you could be, but in reality it got to be that woo way where it's like even if I got it, it's naturally happening. Like we walking side by side, stride for stride, but you getting everything, the growth and the development and the process, but we not forcing that. We letting that thing happen.